The trial of Alec Baldwin has begun in earnest at this courtroom in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Baldwin is charged with involuntary manslaughter. This is in the fatal shooting of Halyna Hutchins. She's a cinematographer on the set of Rust. Now, prosecutors gave their opening statements and said that Baldwin violated a cardinal rule by pointing a gun at Hutchins. He also, they say, did not participate in safety checks. Now, the defense for Baldwin said they agree that this is a tragedy, but they say that Baldwin was not the one at fault, that there was a safety apparatus, a well-tested one with an armorer, with an assistant director who's supposed to supervise safety, and that they failed everyone. Now we're in the evidentiary phase. Today we saw the actual gun, we saw the bullet, we saw the casing that were involved in this shooting. This is going to continue for several days. Baldwin could face 18 months in prison if convicted. After opening statements today, prosecutors got to call their witnesses. Now there were 2 deputies from the sheriff's department. These were the first people on scene at the shooting site. And we got to see their lapel cam video. This was graphic footage. It showed wounded cinematographer Halyna Hutchins. We also saw Joel Sousa, who survived a bullet wound to the shoulder. They showed the sheriff's deputy who went to an emergency room and watched the bullet being extracted. And then they had the chain of custody about these things, about the gun, about the bullet. Now, defense are going to say a lot of this is irrelevant, that Baldwin was in character, he was doing his job as an actor, and that other people were responsible, and that they failed everyone, including Hutchins. Baldwin may or may not take the stand. He's already made statements to sheriff's investigators, he's talked to workplace safety investigators, and he went on national TV and he talked at length about what happened. He says that he pointed the gun at Hutchins, the cinematographer, but that it just went off, that he didn't pull the trigger. So it's up to him whether he wants to get on stand and answer those questions all over again. There's a witness list in the trial, but the judge said she doesn't even know what's coming next. There's going to be witnesses flown in from out of town. There are going to be more law enforcement witnesses. The FBI is going to have its forensic experts here. And we're also eventually going to hear from eyewitnesses who are inside the church. So there's a lot to come from both the prosecution, their witnesses, and eventually the defense will have a turn too.